The primary mission of unions is to advocate for workers' rights, ensure fair treatment, and negotiate for better working conditions. Yet, when union leaders are also PAP members, a potential conflict of interest arises.
If I may, Mr. Speaker, a point of order. I listened very carefully to Mr. Giam's speech for the first 10 minutes. I humbly and respectfully submit to the Chair that the first 10 minutes had nothing to do with the platform workers' bill that is being debated today. It was predominantly an attack against the NTUC. This is not part of the bill, and Mr. Giam's speech about attacking the NTUC, in my humble view, in my capacity as a member of this House, is completely off tangent, with respect.
The first part of my speech is relevant to what I'm going to be talking about in the bill. And I think it's important to set the background for why I'm going to argue some of the points that I will be talking about in a while.
Anyone who knows anything about democracies will know that in many of the democracies in the world, unions and political parties actually have a close relationship.
My proposals to ensure the independence of workers and PWAs are not aimed at diminishing their work, but rather to enhance their ability to advocate freely for the workers they represent.
Request that you refer to Standing Order, Section 50, and this is with reference to the relevance of the topics that you talk about. And this also applies to every member.
I think the remarks you made at the end with respect are critical, because I distinctly recall in this House, not too long ago, I believe it was a budget speech, and the Honourable Member, Mr. Chris D'Souza, did not speak about the budget, but went on to advise the government or the PAP to make a decision on the 4G leadership. So I think the salutary message you provided at the end is important, because it cannot be just accusations made at the opposition, but I think some PAP members ought to reflect on themselves.
When I made that speech, I think in 2021 or 2022, I can't remember, about needing to choose a solid, formidable 4G leader, was completely consistent with what we were debating for in terms of passing the budget. An attack on the NTUC for, I think, 70% of the speech of Mr. Giam on a bill that is meant to advance the welfare, the prospects, the future, the protection, the medical care, the CPF of platform workers is no comparison.
Mr. Giam thanked our union leaders for taking good care of our workers. We thank him for that. At least he acknowledges that. But I think in saying that, then you must also give due respect to our union leaders. They are not stooges. Their hearts are in the right place. They do all this for their fellow workers. That's what they are doing this for. And you acknowledge that. And all our unions are doing that. And every union that is affiliated to the NTUC chooses to do that. And the NTUC has a symbiotic relationship with the PAP so that we can convey the views and the needs of the workers to our political partner, so that when they become the ruling party, when they win the trust of Singaporeans and have the mandate to be the ruling party, that the interests of workers in this country will always be taken care of, be given great priority. And you look at the track record of the PAP. For all these years that it has been in government, what has it delivered for this country? What has it delivered for the workers? Has it sold out the workers? Has it embarrassed our union leaders? So you're talking about some theoretical construct. Look at the results. Look at the context in which we are debating today. This very bill that your party is supporting, where does this come from? this comes from a symbiotic relationship where both sides are trying to undermine and throw the workers under the bus? No. You supported it because it is good for the workers. Is this the only thing that's good for the workers? No. We have decades of track record. Why do you think the workers would support their unions who affiliate themselves to the NTUC? It is because we work for the workers. So when we say every worker matters, NTUC means it. And that goes to also when we go into a symbiotic relationship, we do so for the sake of the workers. So I just wanted Mr. Giam to know, you are entitled to your views, certainly, but what I wanted to say is, can we at least deal with the facts? And we are not forming this yesterday. Be fair to our union leaders, be fair to our unions, be fair to the NTUC. NTUC is not expecting the Workers' Party to support us, but at least be fair. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.